Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to Dreamworks Switch to Life. And in today's video, we're going to be ranking all of the Dreamworks protagonists from both the movies and TV shows in my most favorite to least favorite. Just so you know, this is my personal opinions. You guys are free to have whatever opinions you want, and you may not agree with them, but just keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get started. Our first character is Z, and to be honest, I don't really like him. He's definitely an F tier guy for me. Then there's Moses. Now, I actually really like The Prince of Egypt and the movie in general, but when it comes to Moses, I don't know. It just, he was a really accurate description for what I imagine the real life counterpart would be like. But unfortunately, with Moses, I just don't really see much character with him compared to others. Then we come to Miguel and Tulio from The Road to El Dorado. Miguel, I definitely want to rank higher than Tulio. Um, I think they're both C tier. I don't know. I really like Miguel and Tulio when they're together, but when they're apart, Tulio just gives me some really weird vibes, while Miguel, he's just, you gotta love him. Moving on, we have Ginger from Chicken Run, and I like her, but nowhere near as much as Miguel and Tulio, so she's probably in the D tier. Then we have Joseph from Joseph King of Dreams, and I really like King of Dreams, but the protagonist of Joseph, not so much. Let's go with E tier. Then we come to Shrek, and well, I'm gonna be honest. See myself a lot of myself in Shrek, and so he's going into the Shrek tier, just because he was one of my favorite protagonists for the longest time. Then we come to Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. He is also one of my favorites. Probably not Shrek tier, but he's definitely A tier. Sinbad from Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas. I actually, not a lot of people enjoyed the Sinbad movie, but I really love the protagonist of Sinbad. He has a lot of character growth by the end. I'm still gonna place him in. Let's go C tier, above Tulio, but after Miguel. Then we come to Oscar from Shark Tale, and to be honest, who doesn't really hate this guy? Um, I'm gonna put him above Z, but that's as far as he's gonna get. Then we come to Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria from the Madagascar franchise. With Alex, um I think maybe, yeah, let's do that. And then we have Marty over in front of Alex. I always liked Marty more than Alex. Then you have Melman, who I didn't really like him all that much, so he's more of an D tier protagonist. And then there's Gloria, who I don't know, she was kind of my least favorite out of the Madagascar bunch. Now we come to Wallace and Gromit from The Curse of the Were Rabbit. And Wallace is I don't know. I think Wallace might be in the E tier, to be honest. But Gromit, he definitely moves up by going into the D tier. Actually, he's probably at the top of the D tier. Now we come to RJ and Vern from Over the Hedge. Some people might argue that RJ is the main protagonist when it comes to that movie, but I don't know. I just felt like Vern should have been included, so I did. We have RJ, and I think that he might be here behind Gromit. Now we have Vern, who I think would. I kind of like Vern a little bit less than Wallace. That's where I'm going to place him. Moving on, we now come to Rodney St. James from Flushed Away. And I really liked Roddy. There's lots of character development with him, but where to place him? I'm thinking maybe right there in front of RJ. Barry B. Benson from B Movie. I don't know. I think I might have to put him in the E tier just because, but he's in the bottom of the E tier. Now we have Po from Kung Fu Panda. And I will be honest, I also see a lot of myself in Po. He is funny and adventurous, and he has a lot of character growth throughout the entire trilogy. In fact, I think I like his character more than I like Shrek. Susan Murphy, Bob, Link, and Dr. Cockroach from Monsters vs. Aliens. Obviously, Susan is the protagonist of the movie, but when it came to the TV shows, the other three characters get their own chance to shine, so I decided to put all three of them in. Susan, she probably has to go here after Ginger. Bob, however, is super funny and he's played by an excellent voice actor, Seth Rogen. But I think I like him a bit more than Sinbad, just not as much as Miguel and Tuli. Just not as much as Miguel. The Missing Link. I don't know. He seemed kind of show-offy, and yeah, I think I'll place him here. Then there's Dr. Cockroach, PhD, and yeah, I think he goes next to Link. They are kind of in the same boat for me. Moving on, we now come to Hiccup and Toothless, and I'm sure that some of you can guess. Hiccup just so happens to be my favorite DreamWorks protagonist of all time. And then when you get Toothless up there, eventually, he, I don't know, he's not really a protagonist, but I just felt wrong not to include him, but I can't really put him in the Shrek tier, so I'm going to put him at the top of the A tier. Huh. Kind of weird that the A tier is only filled with animals right now. Moving on is Megamind. And, yeah, Megamind deserves to be near the top at the Shrek tier. I really like his character growth and everything about him. Now we come to Puss in Boots, and, well, I don't know. After The Last Wish came out, I kind of like Puss in Boots a lot. But, you know what? No, I think B tier for Puss in Boots. He's definitely up there, but he's not in the highest tier. Jack Frost. Well, I don't know. Okay, Jack Frost is one of those really weird characters who I don't know what to say about him or where to place him, to be honest. I like certain aspects of him, and especially his design, but you know what? I think B tier for Jack Frost, He has great character development, cool design, great powers. Yeah, I think B tier is nice. Now we have Grug and Eep from the Croods. Uh, let's see. Okay, with Eep, I think I'm going to place her after Gloria. Grug, however, um, I think he deserves to be here after Bob. I really like Grug, and especially how much he cares for his family. Then we come to Turbo, who, just like Guy from the Croods, is played by Ryan Reynolds. Um, I don't know. To be honest, I think Turbo should go right there in the E tier. Moving on, we now come to Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Mr. Peabody, uh, I don't know. I mean, like the character, but in my opinion, he's just too smart to be relatable. He kind of has zero faults aside from caring too much about his family, and I would never count that as a fault. Um, so he doesn't really have any character growth per se. Yeah, I think I'm going to place him here. Sherman, however, I don't know. I just kind of found him a tiny bit annoying, and he goes at the bottom of the E tier. Now, the Penguins of Madagascar: Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private. Well, let me just get them up in the list. I'm not. Okay, so, Skipper, he, might be over here with, actually, you know what? We'll put him in the B tier. Kowalski, I really like his character a lot. Um, I'm going to put him above Jack Frost, to be honest. Private, he definitely goes into the A tier. He's not a Shrek tier protagonist, don't like him that much. But, I don't know, I really like Private. And then there's Rico, demolition expert, and he's a man of few words. None, in fact. Um, yeah, he's definitely my least favorite of the Penguins, but he's still really good, so he's probably up there with Bob. Speaking of Bob, now we come to Bob and Larry from VeggieTales, specifically VeggieTales in the House and its sequel show, VeggieTales in the City, both made by Dreamworks. Well, I am going to be honest. I don't really like Bob all that much. He's kind of my least favorite protagonist so far. Larry, however, he's really funny. And eesh, what is happening? I don't know where to place him, to be honest. Okay, yeah, that will do. I'll put him in between Melman and Gloria. Next, we have O and Tip from Home. And, okay. So, O, he definitely has a lot of character growth, which is something that I love. And, where he ranks is probably C tier. Actually, probably D tier. Yeah, okay. I'll put him here. With Tip, I don't know. I really like how much she cares about her finding her mom, but I don't really think that there's a good place to put her. Uh, let's do it. Um, yeah, okay. She goes after Turbo. Sorry. Um, Now we have King Julian. I specifically included him due to his TV show, All Hail King Julian. And, well, he deserves. I don't know. In the movies, he seems kind of like a dimwit, and in the shows, he is also a dimwit. Uh, he has a lot of character growth in the shows, though, but it doesn't show in the movies, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put him in the E tier, but I I really like King Julian a lot. Uh Fine, we'll put him at the bottom of the D tier. Now we have Ty from Dino Trucks. And I really liked Ty in the TV show, but where where to place him? That's the great question for all of these guys. Uh yeah, I think I will put him after Grug. And now we have Poppy and Branch from the Trolls franchise. When it comes to these guys, Branch definitely relatable. I'm going to put him in the um well, I don't know. I think I will put him here in the B tier. With Poppy, however, I don't know. I kind of found her a bit annoying, but you gotta admit that she does have that we can do this attitude. And to be honest, I think that she goes right over here at the top of the D tier. Now we have Naughty from Naughty Toyland Detective. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got the right show. Um, I don't know. He was kind of a bit annoying for me. In fact, I think you know what? Right there's a good spot. Last place. And now we come to Voltron with Shiro, Keith, Lance, Pidge, Hunk, and Alora. Okay, so Shiro, he was actually my favorite character for a long time, and uh, you know what? I think I'm going to place him here. Keith, I don't know. I really like his character development, but his character himself, not as much as some of the other guys. So, to be honest, I think he goes at the top of the E tier. Lance, he was really funny, but he also has a lot of character to him. And I think I'm going to place him before Marty, but after Miguel, after Tulio. Let's see. We have Pidge. Uh, I think I'm going to place Pidge here. And then we have Hunk. I really like Hunk. He's definitely more of a feelings guy, but he also has some wisdom when it comes to food. Not just how to cook it, but what it can do for people. And yeah, I'm going to put him at the bottom of the C tier, but that's a good spot for him. And finally, we have Alora, and I think. Yeah, I think in between O and RJ is a good spot. And now we have Jim Lake Jr. from the Troll Hunters franchise. And, well, I hate to say it, Shrek tier. Bottom of it, but still Shrek tier. And now we have Lucky Prescott from Spirit Riding Free. And where to place her? I think. Yeah, okay. I think Lucky deserves to go there. And from the Boss Baby franchise, we have Tim Templeton and Ted Templeton, aka the Boss Baby. Um, well, I really like Tim, uh, but he's still. I think I will put him here in the D tier. Then there's the Boss Baby himself. Where to place him? This is kind of it's getting complicated right now. How many rows do I have? 4. Wow. Okay. Um every new character is getting harder and harder to place because wow. Uh you know what? I think right there is a good spot for Ted. Now we have George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Just so you know, George is the kid on the left with the tie and the flat top. Harold is the one on the right with the t-shirt and the bad haircut. I couldn't stop myself. um, when it comes down to it, I think I'm going to. Uh, no. Come on. I think I'll put George here and Harold is down here. I don't know what it is. I mean, they're kind of on the same level, but George, I just like him a bit better than I do Harold. But they're both kind of the same when it comes to their characters. Oh, and we also have Captain Underpants. Well, this time I'm only going to be ranking him based on his Captain Underpants persona, not his Mr. Krupps persona. Um, I think that I don't know. Yeah, okay. He goes right here near the bottom of the E tier. He's definitely funny and has his moments, but unfortunately he just is a bit too annoying. Now we have Aja and Krell from 3 Below. I would have included Varvatos Vex, but to be honest, I never really saw him as a protagonist. Um, I really like Krell a lot. I think he deserves to go here in this spot. Aja, however, I liked her character, but not as much as I thought I would leading up to the series. Um, I think that yeah, Aja will probably have to be satisfied with the D tier. And now we have Rocky and Bullwinkle, both annoying characters. Um, I think I'm going to have to place. Uh, I don't know where to place them, to be honest. Okay, I really like Bullwinkle, but unfortunately, there just isn't too much with him. I like his voice, but I think that's where I'm gonna have to place him. And with Rocket, I I would say that um they deserve to be over at the top of the F tier, but that's as far as they get. And now we have Lotta. Oh, wait, no, that's Dot. Dot, Audrey, and Lotta from Harvey Street Kids, also known as Harvey Girls Forever. Um, I really like Lotta's character, but no, she. Okay, that's where she's gonna go. Audrey, I kind of found not to be my least favorite out of the trio. So I'm going to place her here at the bottom of the E tier. And then with Dot, I really like her shoot first, ask questions later type of vibe. What is happening? Why can't I move people? What the? Okay, there we go. Audrey, I think will go right over. Okay, she'll go right there. Moving on, we now have Shira, and also known as Adora. I kind of like her character, but at the same time, not so much. Where to place her? Where to place her? Yeah, okay. I'd say that's a good spot. Moving on, we now have Yi and Everest from Abominable. And I really like both characters. Everest is really funny. But unfortunately, I think he just deserves to be at the top of the C tier. Yi, however, the bottom of the C tier. Yi, I think she. I would say put her right over here. Yeah, that's a good spot as any. And now, moving on to Where's Waldo, we have Waldo and Winda. Obviously, Waldo is the main protagonist, but to be honest, they kind of go hand in hand. So, I don't know. I kind of like Waldo, but at the end of the day, I found them both to be a bit annoying. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. With Winda, okay, she's a little bit higher than Waldo, but not that much higher. Archibald from Archibald's Next Big Thing. I really like Tony Hale's voice when it just shines through with this guy. And, why can't I move these guys? Okay. I like Tony Hale. I like Archibald. But, yeah, you know what? I think that maybe Archibald deserves to be down here. Just because, I don't know. Moving on to Rescue Riders. I decided to include the entire cast because Dak and Layla go hand in hand, but almost every episode, one of the dragons gets a chance to shine in their own respective way. Okay, let's see. Dak and Layla. Well, I really like Dak a lot. But, I think that I'm going to have to place him here, to be honest. Layla, she goes a little bit higher than Dak, but not that much higher. Yeah, that's a good spot. Now there's Winger. Winger is a really good protagonist, but at the same time, I don't know, he just doesn't really get a lot of character development. And I don't know, he's one of those generic I'm the leader type of guys. But like everybody sees him as the leader and but he doesn't really brag about it or anything. Summer, I think I might actually like her a bit. I don't know where to place her, to be honest. You know what? I'm gonna call that good. Burple is really high on the list. He's cute and lovable, but he can also be found to be a bit annoying, so I'm going to place him here. Wow, he is moving on down that list. Yeah, I'll place him right there. Next we have Aggro. I really like her style. Okay, this is getting impossible. Where do I fit them? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do with Aggro. And with Cutter, I think that he deserves. I think I'm gonna put him right there. Okay, now we have Cleopatra from Cleopatra in Space. Okay, where to place her? I don't know. She's not really one of my favorite protagonists. She doesn't really shine through as much as some of the others. Yeah, I think no. Well, okay, that's as good a spot as any. Moving on, we now come to Tony Toretto from Fast and Furious Spy Racers. And, I don't know. I really like his character, but he can also be found to be a bit annoying at times. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna place him right there. Now we have Kipo from Kipo the Age of Wonder Beasts. Um, okay, yeah, she goes right there. And now we have Daisy and Cole from Rhymetime Town. With Daisy, I feel like they're both kind of generic. There's hardly anything to them. Okay, I'm gonna do that right there. I like Cole a bit better than Daisy, and I like them both better than Naughty. And oh wow, down to 2 rows. Okay, now we have Hizardukes, Casperin from Wizards Tales of Arcadia. Oh no. Okay, here we go. I am actually going to place him in the Yeah, I'm gonna place him right there in the B tier. Now we have Darius from Camp Cretaceous. I wanted to include all 6 campers, but I I don't know. It just felt it's obvious that Darius is supposed to be the main protagonist, but all 6 characters do share the spotlight, but I don't know. I only Darius is going to be included on this list. I think Darius will go right there. Ah, here we are. The Mighty Ones. Just gonna get them up on the list. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna just get rid of most of these characters. I have not seen Doug Unplugs, Gabby's Dollhouse, Go Dog Go. I haven't seen Team Zenko go. And I also haven't seen Pinecone and Pony. And I haven't seen Not Quite Narwhal. And I'm actually recording this series before Dewdrop Diaries is released, so I obviously haven't seen this. Okay, so now that we've gotten rid of my haven't seens, let's talk about the Mighty Ones. With Leaf, okay, you know what? F tier is too good for Naughty. I'm going to move him down to the G tier. Leaf deserves to be at the bottom of the F tier. Roxy, she goes a bit higher than Leaf, but not much. I really enjoy Barry with her shoot first, ask questions later. But I think she's gonna go right there. And then there's Twig. He is really funny and relatable, and I really enjoy his character. Why can't I move, people? Okay. Let's see. Twig. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him there, unfortunately. Okay, and now we have Lucky Prescott from Spirit Untamed, not to be confused with the Lucky Prescott of Spirit Riding Free. To be honest, I don't think that she deserves to go any higher than that right there. Okay, now we have Tom Cullerson and Thunder, descendants of the original How to Train Your Dragon duo. I really love Thunder. I'm going to put him at the bottom of the A tier, just cuz. Why can't I move? Okay, there we go. And when it comes to Tom, he's going up. He is going up all the way. I think I'm going to put him here. Yeah, go. That tells you a lot about what I think about him. Hiccup's up at the top. Tom is down in the C tier. Now we have Mr. Wolf from The Bad Guys. And this was really This is going to be really tricky. I think Mr. Wolf will go right over here. And finally, we have Ruby Gilman from Teenage Kraken. And I really like her character. No, maybe not that high. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say that's a good spot for Ruby Gilman. And with that, you have all of my characters from DreamWorks ranked, except for the ones from the TV shows that I have not seen. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you want to try this out for yourself, I left a link to the tier maker down below in the description. Leave a comment down below discussing who your favorite DreamWorks protagonist is. And with that, I will wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure you're staying safe out there. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on all things DreamWorks. But until next time, bye-bye.